Assalamualaikum everyone, welcome to my channel. Before I start today's incredible review, let me tell you guys what I want to say. Eid Mubarak to everybody. This is Eid Day 2. Today I have another special car, and a car that's in the hearts of a lot of car enthusiasts and JDM lovers, but a lot of BMW lovers as well. So today I have the 2022 Toyota Supra Mark 5 that you guys has been requesting a lot, but I did this before in America. That was the 3-liter version, but today I have a very stunning car that's in Bangladesh in this very nice candy red. So let's start this full in-depth review with a little bit of history about the Toyota Supra. So the Toyota Supra, whenever I say the name, people get it what car it is because it is so famous. So the Toyota Supra has been out from a long time, and it has total 5 generations. Mark 1, Mark 2, Mark 3 and the Mark 4 that was really famous, and that's how people got to know about the Supra. That was from Fast and Furious, because when Paul Walker introduced his Mark 4 Supra, everyone died on it because you can tune it, you can drive it. It was the best JDM car ever. And the competitor of the car too, the Nissan GT-R and the Supra are been competitors for years, but in the Mark 5 and the R35 they're not similar anymore, but the Mark 4s were the best. BMW and Toyota does a collaboration by making a new car. At 2019 they released the Toyota Supra Mark 5, that is this car, and it is made by BMW but it's designed by Toyota. The engine, the infotainment system, all the interior and exterior parts are from BMW, but the design is from Toyota. So they made the car and Toyota added their Japanese touch to it. That's going to be pretty much it for the history. Now let me show you the car's key. And it's actually pretty nice. It has a nice cover to it. It's a BMW key. You have your unlock, lock, your trunk opening, and this for your panic button. And you have this nice red cover for the key as well. Now I'm going to show you the car's front fascia and show you guys what is it about it. So let's start with the front fascia of the car. So I'm going to get inside the car and turn on the headlights first. It obviously does have keyless entry, and here we get inside the vehicle, foot on the brake, pressing the start button, and the car turns on. This is with the full light, and this is with the hazard. This is with the high beam, and you have a turning light that you can see on both sides. So now I'm going to come outside for showing you the headlights. The headlights of the Supra remind you of the previous generation one because it is designed by a very, very intelligent person that knows how to make lights, and it's from BMW obviously. So you have 3 projector setup, 3 on top, 3 on bottom. You have this side light that works when you turn the car. It turns on so you can get some light on the side. This is your daytime running lights with your hazard that all the way goes till here, and it is similar as the previous generation Supra's light but more digital. And then you have an opening here that is not actually functional. It's just for ventilating the car in the 3-liter version, but on the 2-liter version it's just designed, but it looks nice. That's what matters to me. Now if we come to the all the way front of the vehicle, you can see there is 3 opening departments at the front for ventilating the engine, but you have some closed departments, but that is actually there for making the car look much nicer. You have the number plate slot here, and on top of the number plate slot you have the Toyota badge. Now if you get up from here, the car has 6 sensors at the front, and the hood of the car is very long as the previous generation and this generation. That makes the car look more nicer and more aggressive, and it is actually a very beautiful car. Now let me show you what is powering the Supra 2-liter and 3-liter. So for opening the hood of the car, I have to do it from the driver's side, and there is a button that you have to pull twice, BMW. So first of all, that's how you do it, and second, and the hood actually fully opens. There's no lock, you just have to lift it up. And the hood of the Supra is very long, and that makes the car look much nicer. And then you have that engine. So let's explain to you the Supra engine variants. So you can get a 2-liter single turbo and a 3-liter single turbo. Both are BMW engines that you can find the 2-liter in the 2 series or the 3 series, and the 3-liter in X7s and 7 series. So let's come to this engine. This is a 2-liter twin scroll single turbocharged engine that is powering the rear wheels with the 8-speed ZF transmission from BMW. That is very, very good. If you guys come a little closer, you have the Toyota badge here with 2 lines that are red that all the way go to the back. and then you have 4-cylinder signs there. You have the intercooler right here that gets all the air inside and get inside, and this car is actually getting a aftermarket intercooler, so it's going to make some more power. But you have hydraulic struts on both of the sides, but no insulation because it doesn't need it that much. And this car produces 255 horsepower and 295 pound-feet of torque from the 2-liter version, but the 3-liter gets more power obviously. And let me show you some cool features about the Toyota Supra that BMW lovers love. So you have a BMW badge here that you can see. That's first. And then if you go up, you have another BMW badge, but I don't think so it's pretty noticed, but you have the BMW logo here and BMW written here as well. But on this side, you have the Toyota with the Supra badging here, with the Supra font, and this is where you pour your windshield wiper washer. And that's going to be pretty much it for the hood. And you have your positive here, but the battery of the car is at the back for the weight distribution. That BMW makes sure that it's always perfect, and same as Toyota now, because it's the same company. Not the same company, it's the same manufacturer. So that's going to be pretty much for the front. You have rain sensing wipers, and you have 2 vents on the hood that I'm going to show you on the car's side profile. And then when you look at the side profile of the car, it looks beautiful from the side as well. Now let's come to the wheels of the vehicle. So the 2-liter gets only 1-inch wheel variant, that is this, and the 3-liter also gets 1. So these wheels, rims have Michelin tires that are very sticky, and it's very good for the car. It's Pilot Super Sports, and these wheels are 255/40 ZR18s. You have 4% brakes at the front, and the front disc calipers are 13 inches with strut suspension with coil springs that are adaptive. Then if we get up from there, you can see there is a vent here for getting the hot air out, but it's not actually functional, it's just for design, and it actually looks nice. And the mirror of the car is actually on the door, but it has a lot of extending, so air can pass through, and it is in black. You have the hazard light here, and 3 vortex generators for aerodynamics that you can see on the side. And just look how aerodynamic this car is. The air that can pass through here to the back, it just looks really nice for that. Then you have the A-pillar that is in black, so it looks much more aggressive and nicer, to be honest. And you can see the roof actually has this big bulge in it, so the air can pass through the top as well. And this car actually gets frameless door, as you can see here, so that's nice. And the door handles are actually like a normal BMW. You have keyless entry. When you lock the car, the mirror goes in and it has blind spot monitoring, and when you unlock the car, it pops open. And this is also actually a fake vent because it opens with the door, but it's actually there for design. The side skirt's pretty nice as well, and the ground clearance is not bad for a Supra. Now let's come to the rear wheels. Because it's a rear wheel drive car, the rear wheels are much thicker. Rear wheels are 275/40 ZR20s. Cheeky boy, it's ZR18s. You have single piston calipers at the back, and you have multi-link suspension with coil springs. Rear disc calipers are 13 inches, same as the front. When the car is unlocked, if you just press here, you can open the fuel tank and fill up the car. And the fuel tank capacity of this vehicle is 52 liters. It's pretty good. Now let me show you the car's rear. That's actually pretty nice. So now let's get inside the car and turn on the rear tail lights. And the rear tail lights actually don't match that much as the previous gen, but it is pretty nice. So foot on the brake, pressing the start button, there the car turns on. This is with the full light, with the rear fog, with the hazard, and this is with the reverse. And this is for back to park. And you can just tell this is a Japanese domestic model car by just that sound that comes in. So the rear tail lights. Rear tail lights are simple. You have your hazards inside there, and you have your brake light right here. Pretty simple. And then if you get up from there, you have this ducktail spoiler that is inside the rear boot that actually makes the car look more aerodynamic. You have the Toyota badge here, Supra badge here. Now if you come down, you can see how aggressive the rear bumper is of this car. You have GR badging, you have 6 sensors at the back with 2 exhaust tips on either side. You have a F1 light here that is actually your rear fog and your reverse. And the exhaust actually sounds nice, but this car is getting aftermarket exhaust soon. You have that much for the rear. Now let's see, is the Supra practical like its competitor, the Nissan GT-R? So now let me show you, is this car practical? So you can open the boot from the key, and then you can lift it up, and then it has hydraulic struts to pull it. So the boot space of this car is 151 liters. That is pretty good and pretty practical. But the car has its cover and more detailing stuff for the car because the owner of the car cares about this car and he daily drives it as well. So yeah, it's pretty nice. But if you close this window, you have some more storage here. Now let's get inside the Mark 5 Supra. Foot on the brake, pressing the start button, and the car is on. Let's start with the dash. So first of all, you have your SRS airbag here. Then you have your AC vent, and this is for moving it, this is for closing and opening. You have this vent that all the way comes here that isn't functional, but you have your center AC vents here, and this is for your hazards button. Then if we come down, you have your climate control here for your heated seats, rear windshield heater, this is for the temperature. This is for the front windshield heater, this is for where you want the air, this is for the wind speed, this is for where you want the air from my side, and this is my temperature and my heated seats. By looking at this, you can tell it's a Japanese domestic model, and you have a little storage area there that you can put your phone. You have a USB and a 12-volt socket. This is the iDrive controller for the infotainment system. This is your gear knob, and for the gear knob, this is for drive, this is for manual, upshift, downshift, this for neutral, and this for reverse. And there you can see the reversing camera. Adaptive guidelines as well, and it looks like the BMW gear knob, but it's a little designed by Toyota. You have the sport button here, auto start, stop, off, parking sensors off, traction control, and safety system. This is for the car's parking brake. 2 cup holders here, but where you're going to put your hand, like it keeps going inside there. That's pretty much it. The seats are very comfortable. It's bucket seats. It's full black with Alcantara and leather and red stitching, and you have some cool vents here as well. But if I fold down the seats, you can see the offer of the car that's from JBL that's behind the seats. So let's quickly do that, and there you can see it's right there. 2 big speakers, and then you have the offer. And JBL is a very good company as well, and it only comes with Toyota. I thought it's gonna have Bose and Wicklims or Harman Kardon, but it didn't. And it also has ISOFIX anchor points at the front seats. Now if you come on top, you have 2 vanity mirrors on either side that are very small, so you can't even see your face, to be honest. These are your light buttons, this is your rear view mirror. And now I'm going to show you the car's infotainment system. So let's show you guys the infotainment system that is 8.8 inches. So foot on the brake, pressing the start button, and there the car turns on. So it's pretty much same as the iDrive. You have your media and radio, you have your, let that finish. Then you have your communication for your phone. Then you have your map that is locked in some other country. And then you have your connect service, my vehicle settings, notifications, and that's pretty much it, to be honest. But when you put it on sports, it just says it's on sport. That's the 3-liter wheel, and this is also a touchscreen as well. So you can configure your driving details like your dampening, steering, engine, transmission, and your everything. So let's just put it on normal mode. There. And that's pretty much it. But you have your shortcut buttons like here, like your volume, and this is touch sensitive like a BMW would be. You have your start button here. And now let's come to the steering wheel. Steering wheel is fully leather strap. You have paddle shifter. You have buttons here for your media. You have buttons here for your volume and your modes for the AC and the media. But this is for your cruise control. My bad. And it is manually adjustable but tilt and telescopic. Now let me show you the guy's instrument cluster. On the brake, pressing the start button, and there the car turns on, and the instrument cluster turns on as well. So this is for your engine temp that you can see, and on this side is your fuel gauge. As you can see, this is for your parking brake, and you have your RPM at the center and the red lines and 6,500. That's your speedo, and this is your gauge. So you have your trip and your ODO. You have your time and outside temperature that is 37 degrees. It's like so hot outside, but you can control that by this button. So if I want, I can change some stuff. So I can put my consumption gauge, then I can put the mile, how much liter it's getting, and just normal or just trip A. That's nice. And when you put it on sports mode, it just changes a bit. It just says sport, and you can just see the red lining. That's it. On this side, you have your windshield wiper controls. On the other side, you have your hazards and high beam. Now I'm going to show you the car's door, but before that, you have your paddle shifters behind the steering wheel. That is just the BMW steering wheel. So you have your AC vent here, first of all, with your closer and opener. You have your headlight controls here with the brightness of the instrument cluster. That's controllable from here. I'm going to put it back to auto. You have your dead pedal, brake pedal, and you have gas pedal here. This is for opening the hood of the car. And that's pretty much it. Then you have the seat controls here with 2 memory seats, and it is very comfortable sitting inside this car as well. Then you have your Toyota Supra written here, and that's pretty much it. Now let's come out the car and let's show you the door. So you have your Twitter here that says JBL. This is your door handle with your unlock and lock. You have your grab handle here with 2 window openers, exterior mirror controls, speaker. This is for opening the boot, and you have a little storage area here. Now I'm gonna go and drive this car. So let's see the driving pleasure. So when you start up the car, it welcomes you by turning on the engine, and then whenever you drive, make sure you wear your seatbelt because it's the law. And now let's drive this car a bit so you guys don't complain that I didn't drive it. So it's a Toyota Supra. You guys know how incredible BMW makes cars and Toyota makes cars as well. So that's why it is actually pretty nice. And if you look at the car's turning radius, the car's turning radius is better than a Mercedes-Benz S-Class. That is really good. And then when you compare that, the turning radius of this car is really, really good. So now let's turn this car again so you guys can see in this small space the car fully turned. But that's how you can see how nice this is. So this car is very low, so I have to get this down slowly. It comes down, and then you guys can see how comfortable this car is to drive. But the only problem is the ground clearance that we're going to test now. Okay, the ground clearance is pretty good, as you guys saw, and it's really comfortable because the surface of the area isn't pretty good. So that's why you can just tell how good the car's ground clearance is. And it's a pretty fast car as well. Like, it picks up really, really nice. And I want to say one more thing before I end this video. Eid Mubarak to everybody. I hope you enjoy your Eid. And this is going to be my video for Eid Day 2. If you want to be more connected with my social medias, I'm going to put those at the description. Instagram, Facebook, TikTok is in the description box. And if you want to talk to me about your car or any other car, you can do that on my messenger. Until then, I'll see you next time. Peace.